Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Make Your Mark. I am your host, Michael Carabio, and today we are going to dive right into um, video editing and a little bit of social media marketing. But I've had a lot of conversations with agents recently that just want to know more on how they can be editing their videos better, more efficiently. And the process is not as hard as you think it is. It's a lot more simple now that there are apps that are being introduced to iPhone and Android that are very user friendly, especially on the phone. And so today we're going to talk about the app called CapCut. But before we get started, there's a huge misconception that every video that you put out there on social media has to be perfect. It has to be post worthy. And I'm here to tell you today that it doesn't have to be. It just really has to be authentically you. That's the one way that you're going to stand out from the rest of the competition. Because to be honest with you, everyone does the same things, right? But the when we put our personality, when we put our creativity within the creation of the video, it's able to trend a little bit more. And so, one thing I would say is you don't need, does it help? Yes, but you don't need like the flawless lighting, a great background, a videographer. You just need to show up as yourself and just be able to provide value, right? In the most simplest way. Now, does quality matter on video? 100% it really does. And I think there are ways to do this directly just from your phone. And we'll talk about this, but I just want you to know like you don't have to go like if you're a brand new agent or you're someone that just hasn't really been consistent with video marketing, don't go buy anything that is unnecessary. You need to be able to utilize the tools and the resources that you already have. And once you develop the reps, once you develop the systems to do so, then I think it's fair enough to go in and invest for a good camera. Um, the quality doesn't necessarily mean complicated. It just means you need it to look clear. It needs to sound clean, and it needs to be intentional, right? Um, and so I'm gonna walk you through these steps. But before we get started, I just want to go over like some tips, maybe some foundational video stuff that I find myself doing. I find a lot of the agents that I partner with that do and that are using on an everyday basis to create content that really helps them drive their business. And so the first tip is going to be um, use your phone, right? I know I already said this, but you don't need that $2,000 camera. If there is one camera that I highly recommend someone to go buy, it's called the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. It's like this little camera. Actually, I might have it. I'll show you guys so that way you can see what I'm referring to. Um, but it's this little guy right here. Okay. It's super simple. And the only reason why I'm recommending this one is because it's affordable, it's quality. You don't have to really play with the settings all too much. And if you buy one, you can always reach out to me. I could show you how to directly use this, but it connects to your phone and you're able to see the visual, download everything via the app that it has. And then if you buy the creator pack, it comes with the mic and a bunch of different things that you can use. Okay. So that's something I do recommend. But back to the phone. So as you're starting off with creating content on your phone, the one thing that you want to do, especially if you're doing property tours, is you want to record the video always on this side of the camera. Okay. And so, especially when you're inside doing property tours, you want to use the point 0.5 setting. Okay. Point 0.5. And that way, like you could see, how much space the camera takes on the phone, right? It looks like the space is massive, and you're able to really showcase the full on property or whatever home you're showing. And then when you are here, you're able to fix the lighting if you need to. by clicking and then going up and down. And once you're all set, you just hit record and you'll record the property all the way through. Okay. So I recommend you use the 0.5 setting, use this side of the camera, and then the settings that you need to set on your phone are you set it to 4K resolution and then 60 frames per second, 4K resolution, 60 frames per second with the 0.5 zoom, especially for the home tours. Okay. So, tip number two is going to be using a mic and potentially a gimbal. Okay, a gimbal is something that is able to stabilize your phone, so that way, like when you're walking through or whenever you're creating the content, the camera doesn't come out choppy, and so a gimbal really helps that. I know with some of these newer phones, like the newer iPhone, they really try to incorporate like a stabilization feature within the video footage that you already create, but sometimes it's not always great. So you can go buy, I like the brand DJI. So DJI has that camera that I just showed you, the mic system. You could buy the minis. I have the minis right now. This is what this is. Um, and they're all wireless Bluetooth. You just plug it into your phone and then it's good to go. And then the gimbal, right? The gimbal is more complex. It's a little more complicated. I recommend if you buy one, just watch like a bunch of YouTube tutorials because it'll show you exactly how to use it. But you're able to really balance out the camera footage. You could control it through the controller that's on the gimbal. And at the end of the day, what all this is going to do for the microphone, it's going to provide that clear audio, and it builds trust when your audience is able to hear you correctly, especially in a crowded room or in a loud space. You're going to build confidence, and just doing these things alone is going to provide that professionalism when you're creating video. Uh, people will watch uh, people will potentially watch lower quality video. I'm not saying your phone is that, but even if the video isn't exactly what you want it to be, they'll watch it still, but they won't sit through really bad audio. And I'm sure you scrolled through TikTok or Instagram where you found a video and you're like, oh my gosh, like the audio sucks. You can't hear this person talk. And so really focus on the audio portion of your videos when you're creating them. And then, like I said, the gimbal just makes everything really smooth, especially if you're doing home tours. No shaky videos, no distraction. It's just really clear and straight to the or clean and straight to the point. Okay, these are the two tools that I definitely recommend. Another one that I'll just throw out there is you could go buy um, a drone. DJI has a drone that you have to control. There is another drone out there called Hover Air, and Hover Air is like an AI-based drone where it's actually able to follow you. Um, it just follows you. I don't know if I think it face tracks or body tracks, and it's able to follow you wherever you go. That is actually a cheaper buy compared to a DJI drone. But there are plenty options if you want to get like some aerial shots. And you'll see on my video that I'm going to show you today, we actually captured some aerial footage for this training today. Okay. Just bear with me. I just want to go over some of the basics because this all helps, I promise you. Okay, so the common question is like, what do I record? What do I film? I get stuck in my ways and I don't know what I should be posting. And so here are the four basic things that I highly recommend that you stick to in order to create quality content and for you to allow your audience to get to know you. First one is property tours. Okay. Walk through the home and educate what's going on and highlight the biggest features, right? When you're visiting a property, you want to show the best parts of the property and talk about the best parts of it. And remember, like attention is a new currency, so you only have such a small amount of time to really capture and hook them into the video. So if you are doing property tours, think of 5-second hook that's going to be really beneficial for the audience to gravitate towards the video, and then you can throw all the B-roll footage of that property. Um, Today I will not be showing audio of the property footage. I didn't like get behind a camera or anything. I just got footage of a property. And if you want more in-depth learning on how to do more stuff, we can do an in-class um, CapCut editing, which I plan on doing more of in 2026. So you can definitely reach out to me for that. So property tours, right? That's a huge one. I know a lot of agents that do it, but the reason why it works is because when you're putting out this information of a home, you're not giving all the specific details that a consumer or someone that's interested can just, find you, take that information and go to Zillow and go to the property themselves or go find another agent, right? You are trying to reel them in with as little, less information as possible. And then what they're going to do is they're going to reach out to you. They're going to ask you what the price is, where is it located, all those things. And so when you are posting property tours, you need to be very strategic on how you are putting that information out there because you don't want someone to take that information and run. Okay. The next one, so property tours. The next one is going to be your day-to-day life as a real estate agent. This one's huge. It doesn't have to technically be a post. It could, it should, but this can also be in your stories, right? This is storytelling because a lot of people really want to see you. They want to know exactly what you're doing, and you're able to really showcase this on a day to day when you're out at the office, when you're out doing home tours or you're doing showings, or it's closing day, you're at Landmark Title and your clients are signing. Like you're able to showcase the full 10 yards of exactly what you do on a day to day basis, and um, it really helps you stick out from the competition because not a lot of agents do this. I promise you it does work. So show appointments, your showings, even if you're not doing showings, like when you're doing property tours, you could say you're doing showings, right? It's easy to, I don't want to say manipulate, but you can, right? You can really showcase that you are busy, especially if you're a newer agent. This is the best way to do it, right? You may have just got in, you may not be busy, but you could show everybody that you are by really using social media to your advantage. The office time, open houses, content days. Another thing that I would recommend doing in the day of the life too is maybe going live. Going live really does help you showcase uh, it's very authentic for you to go live, no script, and just put yourself out there, especially when you're doing the tours or you're at an open house. You can invite people through the video that you're putting out, or you could tour the property live and showcase it, and people will jump on and watch. Okay. The next tip is show your true self authentically, right? So, your business is personal, and I talk to a lot of agents that are scared to put themselves out there. But that's why I always recommend that you never so you have a personal account, you go and create a business account because it's too hard to juggle. I promise you it does. I tried it when I first got into the title industry, and I had a personal, I created a Michael the title plug. And then eventually I worked so hard on growing this that I ditched my personal one and I made my business my personal. Now everyone's able to see my family, my hobbies, what I like to do, my workouts, the struggles, the failures, the successes in my faith and my fitness. And you're just able to connect with people a lot more behind the job that you're actually doing. And sometimes it may not feel like work. And that's the beauty of it, of showing your true self, right? And then the last one, super simple, is your expertise, right? This is a great avenue to do talking videos, talking head videos. So right now, if I was recording a video, this would be a talking head video where I'm just providing value to you. And these are great, informative videos that I recommend at no matter what season of agent you are, you should be putting videos out there like this for people to get to know more information about the opportunities that are presented in the market. Maybe it's market updates. Maybe it's the new build offerings. Maybe it's a deal that came across your desk that you need to share with them. Um, show the tips. Uh, share the stories with you and your clients, or maybe the mistakes that you've made, right? Or the successes that you've had. Teach and don't sell. And I promise you, when you provide value, it comes in full circle and you'll get more traction. You may not get the likes and the follows that you want, but people are always watching, I promise you. And then the last tip, is it the last tip? No, there's two more tips I'm going to share with you. Uh, the fourth tip is batching your content, because I know what it's like being in the real estate industry gets very busy and it's really hard to coordinate exactly what you need to do. And so I recommend that you batch your content. So what this means is go find a day to find a day to shoot a bunch of video, or find a few hours in a day where you batch and record a bunch of videos. All it is just time blocking, and just doing this alone will provide consistency through your video presence. And remember, social media, the reason why we try to post so much on social media is because it allows you to be omnipresent. It allows someone to see you at the office, and then an hour later at a new build, and then an hour later maybe at your kid's basketball game. Like, you're everywhere, and you're able to showcase that, especially through the social media channels. That's what it allows you to do. And instead of filming um, content every single day, batching your content allows you to just, especially for the home tours, which I highly recommend you do it at when you're doing those walkthroughs, because that's probably the biggest toll on like out of your time, is going to different properties every single day to shoot video, when you could just plan one day out the week, shoot five properties, and then you have things to post and share throughout the week. Okay. Same thing with your talking head videos. You could do that too. Maybe put on different outfits, um, find different scenery, whatever that looks like, just to make the video a little bit different. But that's my recommendation for batching the content, and it's just a simple trick, and it works, right? Especially if you're new to this and you're like, I don't know if I could do something. I don't know if I could do a video every single day. Well, here's your trick to do it and make it happen. And then the last tip, which this is for everybody, because if you're getting into social media or you're getting into video, I think with anything we want to see some results. We want to hear like good feedback right away, but it doesn't always happen. So really focus on the input and not so much the output. This is one of the biggest mindset shifts that you can make to really have um, a successful way to lead gen through social media. Stop worrying about who likes your posts, the views that you get, and the followers. Those numbers don't determine your success on social media. I know agents that have less than 500 followers, maybe like 300 followers, and they're closing deals through social media. Okay. It doesn't matter how many people are following you. It matters how many people are you connecting and how intentional can you be. Sometimes a smaller following is a lot better than a bigger one, because you have less people to actually um, get to know and direct message and all these things. And so really focus on the input, showing up, posting consistently, providing value, and then engaging with people. Okay. You post something doesn't mean that that person should be asking you questions. Okay. You and don't wait for them. You need to really uh, be able to engage with people that follow you. Okay. So you go to them introducing yourself. Hey, Sam, thank you for liking my post. I really appreciate you. Hey, if you have any real estate questions, or if there's any way that I can serve you, reach out to me. Quick DM after somebody that likes my post that I have no idea who he is. Okay. Simple as that. Then you follow up with them a little bit later. You start that. that line of communication, and that's what engaging really looks like. Go comment on people's posts, go share people's posts. Like there's a lot of things that you can do with engaging, and so make sure that you are doing that because that's honestly the bread and butter to um, getting people in your pipeline and honestly converting them. Okay. It's not about the posts. Those are just in the videos. Those are just part of what you need to do. That's called marketing. And then what you need to do is prospect. Okay. Start conversations. That's the beauty in it. And even if it feels like nobody's watching, trust me, I promise you there is. I remember when I first got into video marketing, um, I wasn't getting, especially when I was just talking about business, I wasn't getting any likes. But when I met these people in person, when I saw family in person, they were like, "Oh my gosh, you're everywhere." And I was like, "Oh, so, and in my head, I'm like, "Oh, so you didn't like my post, you know?" So just remember that it's not about that. It's about just you have a job to do, and this is one of the things that will help your business if you are consistent with it. Okay. Um, I think those are all the tips that I have for you. Okay, so let's jump right into CapCut. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to share my screen. Bear with me here. And what we're going to do is we are going to actually, so let me just show you what CapCut is. This is CapCut. Really cool. It's a free app. You could pay for the pro version, you could pay for it monthly, or you could pay for it yearly. I do pay for the pro version, and I know many people that don't pay for it at all. Okay. But the amount of things that you can do through the pro version may be beneficial to you, and also it is a tax write-off if you are using it for marketing purposes, so not a bad idea. If you do pay for the pro version, check this out. There are templates that you can already use, and then you just kind of plug and play. So like check this out. This is a template that you can use, and you just plug and play. Let me check if my audio is being shared. Great. Okay, it is. Just want to double check, guys. Okay, so yeah, like there's tons of templates. You just plug and play, you can change the captions, all the Alright, that being said, so even like in the search engine, you could probably find templates that look at home tour templates. Boom, making your life easier. But just wanted to show you that quick trick because not a lot of people know about it. And so we're gonna go back, we're gonna click edit. This is our main page where a lot of the videos and everything get saved. These are some of the agents that I've helped with video marketing. And so it saves everything within a library, which is really, really nice for you, especially for your workflow. And this is, I'm on my iPad, but so that everything that it looks like right now is usually how the phone looks like. It's very friendly to the user. And so what we're gonna do, we're gonna select new project. And when we select new project, it's gonna go directly to your camera roll. And depending on where you save your videos, it could be in your files or whatever, you're just gonna find them and you're gonna select them. And so what I did here is here are all the videos that we took. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select them by how I want to present the house. That way it's already in order on how I want the presentation to look through the video. So I'm gonna do aerial shots at the beginning, and then these are all bunched up cuts of videos. And then I'm gonna do walking in. I'm gonna hit the living room, the kitchens, maybe this kitchen, and then let's do the laundry room. Let's hit the bathrooms. some space, maybe. And honestly, it doesn't really matter how you set this up. So I'm gonna just start selecting. And then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna end the video with an aerial shot. Okay, so right there is 20 small clips that I'm going to use. I'm gonna add it, and then it should already put everything in order the way that I selected it, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna scroll through this, make sure it all looks good. And let's just say, okay, so people ask, hey, how do you like split a video? How do you cut it up in bunches? Let's just say I made a really, really long video. How we do this is we're gonna select, so as you can see at the bottom, um, each little hash right here is one video, okay? It's already split because the videos were already small, but you could select a video, okay? You could press play, and then let's just say you want to split and get rid of a video. So let's just say I want to get rid of this beginning portion. I'm going to click on it, okay? It's selected, and then at the very bottom to the left, it says split, okay? So now it's two videos. The side that I don't want, I'm going to select it, and then I'm going to hit delete, okay? And then it gets rid of it. So now we cut that probably in half. Now we have a 8-second video, and that's still a little long, so I'm gonna cut it a little bit more. Let's start there, split. Okay. So now we got a little shorter aerial video. I'm gonna do the same thing here. I just want this video not to be too long. I don't want to lose them, like I said. And so I just want people to see the views right away. And then I'll probably throw some captions here in a little bit once we kind of get this video right. But see, now the video is nice and short. And basically that's how you can cut bigger, long video. And then let's just say you cut it too long, like you still have access to that video. You would just uh, click on the video, and then you can extend it. If you hold the clicker, you could still extend that video. Okay, you could shorten it or lengthen it. That's another way that you can basically split up a video if you wanted to. All right. So this video was technically already kind of done and for success. But what we're going to do to make it really good is we're going to go to filters, which is down below, like near the middle. And just to make this pop more, you could select like a nice filter that is really going to enhance the video. I usually like to use the 4K filter. It just, like I said, enhances the video, kind of sparks up the lighting a little bit. And so I just selected it for that beginning cut of video, but I'm gonna go and just, I'm going to tap on it, hold it, and push it all the way through. Best thing of advice too, CapCut usually puts like a ending of a branding for their video. You can select it and then delete it, okay? So we don't forget about it later. Okay, so now we just enhanced our video, which is great. We're gonna go back and now we're going to add some music, okay? So one of the things that we can do is we can extract um, sounds through CapCut. Uh, Great thing about CapCut is they do find the trending sounds already on TikTok and all those things. And so we could really use that to our advantage. Or if we like a specific song that we really want to use, we can always find that within Instagram and TikTok as well within the search music engine. But for this training, we're just gonna find one that we like that can go with this video. This video right now is about 1 minute and 8 seconds long. So we're gonna go to sounds. We're gonna try to find something that's a little bit longer. That could work. All right, I don't want to stay too stuck on this, but let's just do this one, the luxury lounge. Okay, we're gonna click that plus portion on the right side. Okay, now that music is added to the video. So one thing I really like to do is I try to, for home tour videos like this, the transitions, I really want them to transition on a beat. And so the way that you can do this is if you look at the audio at the very bottom, you could see where the beat kind of drops within the audio. And so what you can do is you can grab the video, shorten it to that beat, and then you could do the same thing over here. So watch, you're gonna see how this transition. Ready? Ready? Change. Okay, ready? Close. Okay, close. We could shorten this just a little bit right there. And then what we can do to make the transitions a lot better is if you see that line that we've been talking about right here where it transitions, we can actually add a transition effect to it. And so what we're gonna do is we could select any of these, right? Let's just do like a swipe, okay? Because it's transitioning into the next video. Cool. And then over here, since we're transitioning to the floor, we can do a pull in. There's a pull in right here, upper right hand corner. You see that? Okay, so, and then into the house, okay? And then you don't have to do the transitions for every video, but it really makes the video quality a lot better. And so that's something I recommend. And then also on the beats, you don't have to do it on every single video, but it does help. It does make it look a little bit more professional. And what I would say is I was gifted this video. Shout out to Andre for providing me with some of the video footage. But what I would say is like there's two ways that you can record a video. You can go to each parts of the house and you could take small clips just like this way. Maybe make them about 6 to 8 seconds long because what you could do is you can slow down the video, right? Instead of doing like doing normal speed, you could do like a 0.5 speed, and then you're able to cut it. But if you have too short of a video, you're not able to really play with um, the transitionings that you can on through CapCut. And so I recommend 6 to 8 seconds if you're piecing out the videos, or what you can do is you just do a one take where you get a really clean video of the house in one take, but then guess what? You're gonna have to cut up the video to how you really like it, which isn't really bad. It's actually a really good idea because then you have a lot more wiggle room to play with. Um, but it's really just personal preference on once you start doing more video uh, editing, you'll start to learn like exactly how you'll figure out exactly what's less time consuming, if that makes sense. Okay. Sorry, I mixed up my words, but it's true. Like you start learning the tips and tricks. And so Andre does video all the time, especially home tours. And I'm sure he likes to do the plug and play just like I did. And he's ready to go. Okay. So we got some transitions in there. Uh, Maybe we can add a few more. Let's get the music here so we can play with the audio. So here's a drop right here. Okay. I'm not going to focus too much on this part because there's a lot of beats within, you could see all those beats within the audio here. Um, but let's focus on the ending because the ending is long. So we got about a 10 or a 12 second. We can cut it about, let's keep it under a minute. Okay, so we're going to split that. We're going to take this right side and we're going to hit done. And then right here on the audio, we're going to split it and then we're going to delete the right side as well. And then what we're going to do is it's really nice to make the audio go down when the video is ending. So there's not like just a straight up end and stop to the video. So what we can do is we're going to hit the audio and then we're going to hit fade. We want to fade out. As you can see, the blue bar on the audio is starting to change. Do you see that? So let's do like a 3 second, 4 second fade out, and then this is what it'll look like. Boom. Okay, and then that'll be the ending. And then that's a great way. The fading is really good, especially if you're talking on camera. Okay. If you're talking on camera, you really want to do that as well. You want to start the music, fade it very low okay, very, very low. And then especially right when it gets to the point where um, you stop talking and then you want the music to start like nice and loud. Okay. So some of these videos have a little audio in them. Don't mind that, but I'll fix that real quick. And that's another great thing. So if you click on a video, you go to volume, and then you can turn up the audio or you can get rid of it. Okay. So right now we're pretty much set. One thing we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to do. Okay, let's talk about overlays real quick. So let's just say you're like, um, whatever video you're creating, you want another video to be included, or so let's just say you're talking and you made a 1 minute video, but then you want to show something on your phone or maybe like some B-roll footage. The way that you'll do that is you're going to select overlay. And so overlay, let's go back. I'm going to show you. So down here, you're going to hit overlay, but let's find the place that we want this overlay to start. So let's just put it right here. Overlay, add overlay, and then um, I don't really have anything crazy, but let's just take this is us putting presents in the car um, for our adoptive family the other day and some client gifts. So this is just an example, but this is an overlay that I'm including on here. But let's just say you were, showcasing something really good. This footage looks wonky because it was from my glasses, but you can add the overlay on top of the video that you have, okay? And then you can end it whenever you want it to. Okay, I know that this video doesn't make sense with this overlay, but I'm just showing you what some of the things that are possible within the app and how quickly you can add stuff, okay? When you add overlay 2, you can actually keep the audio as well, okay? So I could blast this audio so that way you can hear it within the actual video that we have set, but there is no big audio on there. So that's the overlay feature. You can overlay videos and you can overlay um, pictures. Okay, so if you go back, add overlay photos. Sorry, I don't really know what I have in here, but let's just say you want to throw your headshot on there. Okay, this is one of my buddies, one of my clients. You could get rid of the background, and then maybe you want your headshot in your home tour video. Who knows, right? Branding. Well, look, you can just add it in there, and it's pretty seamless. Okay, that's the overlay portion of it. Let's talk about, we are cutting on time, but one more thing we're going to talk about, and then I'll show you the full video that we created, okay? So now we're going to go to audio, and what we're going to do is we're going to record, and this is a voiceover, I believe. Let me double check. Yes, this is a voiceover. So if you're wondering, like, how can I get um, audio, or how can I get my voice to be over some of the videos that I record? This is exactly how you would do it. And this is a great way if you're someone that is still new to video marketing, you don't really want to be on the camera, or maybe you want to be on camera for a small portion of the video and then you just want to take over and maybe read a script, you can do so. But let's just record something uh, for this video, okay? So it's gonna be like this. Allow. 3, 2. Welcome home. This property is located in Phoenix, Arizona. 4 beds, 3 baths, 3,000 square feet. This home features beautiful mountain view tops and is, I don't know. Let's stop right there. But basically, you can add it in there, click record, And then, oh, it didn't save. Let's see. Why didn't it save? Testing, testing, testing. Maybe because I am on Zoom. But anyways, sorry about that. So you can do the voiceover and then you could include it in the video. And what we'll do is when I do this training in person, I'll be able to show you guys how to really do it, and then we can actually plan some scripts. What you can do, one of the great ways that you can do it, obviously get a better hook, but you can get really good details within Armless. Use AI, get the description from there, use ChatGPT to kind of help you create a good video, a good script, and then you can read that. That way, you're not kind of just kind of freestyling the way that I just did, but it works and you're able to get more out of what you are doing, especially if you don't want to be behind the camera actually recording. I recommend you do both. I know agents that don't do that are not technically in their home tour videos and they do very, very well because it's just more like about the property. But there are times where they do get in there, they're opening the doors, they're actually showing you the home and they're walking you through it. And so there's many different ways that you can do this. But let's just show you exactly what we created so far. And oh, let's do captions real quick just so you can see it. So what we do is we're going to go back. We're going to hit text, text, add text. And we're just going to, so these are all the different fonts that you can select. We're just going to select one just so you can see. So let's do welcome home. And then down here, maybe we just put the location. Okay. Don't know why that is not centered, but it's okay. We can live with it. Okay. Obviously, sometimes, when you're doing trainings like this, you just kind of select the random things, but this is just something that you can incorporate. And then so that's the caption, and then you can drag it out to how long you want it within the video. Let's just say we're going to keep it to that first section, and then we're going to add captions on the second section. And we're just going to do like a normal font. Let's do this one. Yeah, let's do that one. Okay, we're going to enter the text and then let's just put, 4 beds, 3. Let's make this a little more elegant. 3 baths, and then let's put the square footage. As you can see, I did not put the price because that is something that, um, may either push people away or gravitate. You really just need to do the type of information needs to be based off of the property itself. Maybe you're putting something out there like monthly payment, like $2,500, right? If you're really wanting people to reach out to you directly, it's just a great way to not put too many details where they won't be able to find the home, but start asking more questions. So that's just the basics. And then at the end, we could put like DM, DM RV gate or something like that for more information. That way, there's a little call to action, and you could put that in the video and in the caption at the very bottom of when you're actually creating the video. But let me just show you what this looks like to its entirety. And we could have pushed those captions up a little bit higher. So this is a very, very generic home tour edit, but when we're talking about being efficient and being consistent, this is what you need and this is all you need. Okay. So that's exactly how you can go in here, create home tour videos. There are so many more settings, so many different ways that you can do this. I'm going to do one more thing that you can do in these different video sections. You can actually go and animate animations and you can like throw in animations in your video, right? Like these are how videographers and editors make these videos look so good. They just add edits like these. Okay, boom, you see that? But just like that, that's how you do it. And I will work on putting together a workshop for CapCut here in 2026. So that way you guys are able to learn a little bit more, know a little bit more when it comes to video marketing and editing. And just remember that if you get anything out of this, the videos don't have to be anything crazy, right? This looks so professional the way that it is. And then um, all you need to focus on is honestly just being more consistent when you're pushing out content. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being on the call today. If you have any questions on um, how to do this or need more guidance on what to buy or anything, just reach out to me personally. I would love to help you guys. Hope to see you soon next week on Make Your Mark. And don't forget to write landmark title on your escrows and help us make your mark in your business. Have a good day now.